Last quarter we did a really interesting thematic review on contact centres in the customer advocate team at AMP, and we aim to do a thematic review each quarter. But this one was particularly interesting because we looked at trends at an industry level, at a company level, then customers, and then at the front line. And one of the really key messages for me was just how important our contact centres are for our customers. It's where they go to when they want to confirm something or if they've got a problem. So just how important those teams are, but then also the growing complexity of the role, but then also growing requirements of the role. What we've seen over time, especially with COVID, is customers tending to call us more and more, but then also companies across industries with COVID have started to grow their contact centres to react to that buyer demand, but also bring contact centres back within Australia. So there's been more and more demands on contact centre staff. So that's at a general level, but Michelle, what did you take out of the thematic review from a customer level?
There were a few key themes for me. The first one was around customers want us to be better at digital. And so similar to your comments, it's about how do we interact with them on more of a digital basis and allowing them to self-service via the app or even acquisition via our tools that we have. They want, if they do have to call us, they want us to answer the phone quickly, which is where Henry comes in, and also to get it right when they call. And so if they're ringing for a problem, they want us to answer the phone, help them quickly and solve their problems. The other thing that I thought I'd touch on as well is similar to what you mentioned. Regardless of industry, expectations are the same. So how I interact with my telco is very similar to how I expect to act with my bank. Henry, what are some of the things that you're seeing in the contact centre?
Thank you, Michelle. So we're seing a lot of changes, especially with COVID, and then the changes in the types of calls that we're getting, especially when everyone is coming back now into the offices. We're getting a lot of interesting feedback from our customers. Most of them are quite positive in the aspects that they love that when we answer the calls, as you said, quite reliably. If we give the information to them in a timely manner and in a resourceful manner, they don't want to be calling back a second time. No one wants to be calling back a second time. So we've also heard feedback, regarding for wait times, and definitely, as you mentioned, any customer, be it customers for an online product or for a product in person, they always want that confirmation, that voice confirmation.
So Michelle, what have we been doing about some of the learnings from the thematic review?
Using the data from the thematic review, but also sort of business metrics, which have told us that there are things that we need to improve. So our customers are telling us that they want more digital enhancements. So they want to self-service when they want, when suits them at the time of day. They're also telling us that they want to interact with us through many sort of channels, not just via the call centre. There's a range of items that we're looking at this year to enhance our digital offering. We already offer digital everyday bank accounts, which is really exciting, which is real-time opening of savings accounts. We also just recently launched the digital offer that goes direct to customers, that is now online and that we'll be delivering in the next few months. The other parts that we're looking at that I think are really important, particularly for our existing customer base, is those self-service opportunities. So we are implementing a few self-service forms over the next couple of months to really get them into market and test to make sure that clients find them easy to use and that they, again, can self-service at a time that suits them. The other enhancements that we're looking to make is ensuring that customers have multiple ways that they can interact with us. So not just via digital acquisition, so when we onboard a customer, but also once they are a customer with the digital self-service forms, but then also instead of calling the contact centre, using our web chat functions to talk to us for questions that they have.
We've seen a lot of positive changes, especially for consultants like myself. It's always a good start when you get the phone call from that customer and the customer is am I in the right department? Because if they're not in the right department, you're going to have to transfer. The customer's waiting on a line for a lot longer, and in the end, it's a negative experience for the customer. However, once the customer is in the correct department, the correct consultant is speaking with them, off the bat, that's the right positive aspect. And in essence, the customer is on a positive conversation starter with the consultant. We've seen that customers are taking it positively when there's a streamlined process and they go through, rather than the difficult process of acquiring specific forms. The fact that it's streamlined makes it also easier for consultants as well, because consultants know exactly when and where, how they can help the customer in a timely manner, rather than like frantically searching for so-and-so form. It's a lot more easier for both consultants and the customer themselves, and hopefully regarding that digital process, it will be even easier because customers won't need to give us a call, or they'll contact us in a different way, as Michelle said, through the live chat.
I know that we've been listening to our customers, and they want us to answer their calls quicker, and they want us to give them the right response when they call. And pleasingly, the data is telling me from a customer feedback perspective that we've been meeting that expectation a lot more often, particularly in recent times. So now that we've got the right people taking the calls, and we're starting to enhance our digital experience, we're also getting to the point where customers are saying things like, Henry's following up and taking responsibility and called me back, or Henry's being really helpful, he's resolved my query quickly and concisely. So that's really pleasing for me.
That has been a great snapshot, both in terms of what we're hearing from our customers, but also what we're doing to make sure that we beat on those expectations. So thank you for having a chat.